a 2,000-kilometer stretch of scorching hot sand that begins in Angola and extends all the way down to the Republic of South Africa. This is the Namib Desert. With the annual precipitation ranging from 10 to 150 millimeters and temperatures that rise beyond 50 degrees Celsius, this is the hottest part of sub-equatorial Africa. Strong winds make conditions in this desert even harsher. Despite the barren and inhospitable landscape, there are yet creatures that make this desert their home. This is a fogstand beetle. This beetle specimen has a bumpy back that allows it to collect morning dew for moisture. This is a special adaptation to desert conditions. Here, we have a chameleon. This lizard is peculiar in how it walks. It rocks its body back and forth. Is it moving this way because the surface under its feet is a searing hot 70 degrees Celsius? The chameleon's gait becomes even more remarkable. While chameleons in other regions will camouflage themselves to blend in with their surroundings, the chameleons that inhabit this desert change color according to the intensity of the sun's rays. Chameleons can rotate their eyes 360 degrees, which helps them detect predators and prey. Its sticky tongue, which it uses to catch insects, is longer than the length of its entire body. Peringue's adder is a viper that lives in the African desert. It moves sideways over the sand. This movement lessens the area of contact between its body and the hot surface of the desert. Cold-blooded animals like Peringue's adder need to regulate their body temperature in order to survive. The daytime heat can be lethal to reptiles. This adder buries itself in the sand to avoid the sun. In a barren desert that is seemingly bereft of life, there are nonetheless quite a few creatures that live here with the help of some remarkable survival skills. The meerkat is another animal indigenous to the Namib Desert. This meerkat family is searching for food. It encounters some difficult prey. Meerkats often do hunt snakes, but this one is bigger than most. However, these meerkats have a large family to support, and so they attack regardless. This poisonous snake can kill a meerkat with a single bite. To eat or to be eaten, that is the law of the wild. It is difficult to find other food in the desert, but the meerkats are forced to give up hunting this large snake. They are lucky to be alive after this encounter. It was a tough fight for the meerkats, and so passes another day in the unforgiving desert. It's a new day for creatures that live in this parched land. Meerkats constantly stay alert for any potential threats. Their cautious behavior makes them difficult to film up close. The film crew tried to act in a way that the meerkats would not perceive as a threat, and all the while, they moved closer little by little. And after a few days, the meerkats finally accepted the cameraman in their midst without hiding. In the desert, it is impossible to tell where a predator might be lurking. Under these circumstances, meerkats have to be cautious while searching for food. These meerkat triplets are barely 2 weeks old. Both the male and female meerkats raise their young together. Raising a litter of inquisitive, playful young meerkats is no easy task for a parent. The scorpion is a dangerous foe to meet in the desert because it has a poisonous stinger. In the desert, where food is scarce, however, meerkats will hunt them nonetheless. They are expert scorpion hunters. Through natural instincts, Honed over generations, the meerkat knows it must neutralize the scorpion's stinger first. Two desert tortoises emerge from their burrow. The male tries to mate with the female, but this is more difficult than it seems. One curious meerkat approached the tortoises with caution. The adult meerkats sniff the tortoises to see whether they pose a threat or whether they might be eaten. After having waited a long time to venture outside, the tortoise couple is having their day spoiled. After the adult meerkats have inspected the tortoises, a young meerkat takes a look at them too. It has never seen a tortoise before. The siblings fight over the tortoises as if they are toys. But their curiosity does not last long. Now, the tortoises need to get away before they return. The meerkat on guard duty scans its surroundings. It seems to have spotted something. Has it perhaps found something that can feed its entire family? Little does it realize. It is making a potentially deadly mistake. Absorbed in the task of finding scorpions, this couple doesn't notice the lions in their midst. A lion spots the meerkat first. The meerkats finally catch on. They quickly return to their burrow. This hungry young lion follows them, even though they'd barely make a decent mouthful. The lion pokes his nose into the burrow. But in the end, he gives up. That was a close call. Where must the meerkats go to find food without being exposed to danger? Not too far from the meerkat burrow, herds of wildebeest and zebra are searching for something. That something is water. Even though they've adapted to desert conditions, they cannot live without water. These herds will march for 1,000 kilometers through the Namib Desert and Etosha National Park in search of it. For desert animals, the search for water is the hardest challenge they face. Such is the fate of those souls born in the land of the desert sun. The alpha zebra checks his herd ahead of a long migration. The struggle faced by these beasts is a burden they all bear together. At the end of their pilgrimage, the wildebeest finally finds some water. They can slake their thirst at long last. But an unwelcome guest lies in wait. Lions know that if they only stay hidden, their prey will come to them of its own accord. This one was too impatient. The lion has a lapse in judgment, caused by its own intense hunger and thirst. He is exhausted by malnourishment and dehydration. Despite the torment they have endured, lurking predators mean that these herbivores cannot stay long at the waterhole. The herds of zebra and gazelle are forced to look for water elsewhere. The young are most likely to succumb to the blistering heat and demands of their long migration. Many zebra foals die on such journeys, so the females pay special attention to them. In the desert, even the plants have armed themselves to survive. But with so little to eat in the desert, the herbivorous animals have discovered ways to snack on thorny branches by gingerly avoiding the thorns. Giraffes expertly use their long tongues to eat the fruit hanging between thorns. It is by overcoming such challenging obstacles that they uncover the secrets of survival. However barren the land, each species of animal has found its own way to survive. Elephants also migrate long distances in search of water. The elephants that migrate between the Namib Desert and Etosha National Park are called desert elephants by biologists. Their ability to find water in places they have never visited before is a mystery that still hasn't been solved. Researchers are studying them closely to understand how they do it. In the Namib Desert, which is known as the driest place south of the equator, temperatures can reach as high as 55 degrees Celsius, which is why the search for sustaining water is one that never ends for the animals that inhabit it. This herd has almost reached Etosha National Park. Etosha means parched, white place in the local language. With an area of 5,000 square kilometers, Etosha was once a huge lake. But the decrease in precipitation has created a salt pan that shows fewer and fewer signs of life. To drink the little water left in the region, wild animals migrate to Etosha. This journey is not devoid of hazards. Carnivorous predators wait along the migratory path of the herds. The zebras can go no farther because of the lions. They confront yet another obstacle in their quest for water. But the zebras cannot turn back. The lioness is not going to allow them to pass. It's an unfortunate encounter for the zebras. The lions are preparing to hunt. Needing food, the lions are not going to let this hunting opportunity slip away. Meanwhile, the zebras and gazelles maintain their distance from the lions. Parched and starving as they are, the lions are not hunting at their best. Consequently, they fail to seize the right moment to attack. Even the most fearsome beasts do not succeed in every hunt. This pride of lions is fairly large for one that lives in the desert. The lions in Namibia form smaller prides than the ones in eastern Africa, where the conditions are more favorable. This is an adaptation to desert environment. However, this pride has quite a few cubs in the family. In order to feed them, the lionesses must hunt constantly. Lions are not the only predators that hunt the migrating herds. Jackals are agile scavengers and hunters. This jackal has selected its target. It chases the flock of fowl, but to no avail. Both predator and prey tire easily in the desert heat. The harsher the conditions are, the more irritable the animals become. Animals show less and less of a tendency to share what scarce resources they find. Within a herd, animals can squabble over even small morsels of food. The fights that erupt between members of the same species might even be tougher than fending off natural predators. There is one big cat that swoops in during these skirmishes within a herd. It is the cheetah, an animal that relies on speed. The gazelles watch the cheetahs closely. The cheetah chooses its prey at leisure. Unaware of the presence of the cheetah, these two males continue fighting. In the unforgiving wilderness, one misstep can mean death. More and more zebras succumb to exhaustion and heat during their migration. It is a hellish march to endure. The herd needs to find water soon. The zebra mare selflessly shields her foal from the sun's rays. But this mother finds it hard to leave her dead foal behind. Reluctantly, she moves on to rejoin her herd. Etosha has reached the peak of its dry season. Even the slightest movement made by a potential predator causes the skittish zebras to dash away. The herd needs to drink after finally finding this large waterhole. But there is no chance that the hyena will let the zebras drink peacefully. Water lies just a few feet away, but the zebras are unable to drink it. This elephant herd is also migrating to find water, and they have pressed on for 1,000 kilometers in search of it. A baby elephant falls to the ground in a state of exhaustion. Its mother, an older sibling, try to help it up, but the baby has trouble standing. Both Namib and Etosha usually receive heavy rainfall at least once a year. But for the last 3 years, there has been no rain in the region. That is why the animals are more desperate for water than ever. After a long search, these herds find a waterhole that is safe to drink from. The water is a blessing to these thirsty animals. Water is like the gift of life to many animals, and after drinking their fill, the herds begin to recover from their migration. And then, another herd that has marched a long distance appears at the waterhole. It is an impressive size. The elephants keep on streaming in. And the smaller animals have to give way to them. As the huge herd makes its presence known, the gazelles are pushed out of the waterhole without being able to finish drinking. Now this oasis belongs to the elephants. Although the baby elephant was able to reach the oasis along with its herd, it is still sick and exhausted. Its brother tries to help. But the baby is dehydrated. It struggles to stand on its feet. Using every ounce of its strength, the baby elephant stands again. Its mother guides it to the waterhole. When it finally reaches the water, it's like a dream come true. All the baby elephants are having the most fun. This moment erases the difficult ordeal they experienced while migrating. The desert elephants of the Namib Desert have endured an arduous march just to reach this place. After the animal's thirst is quenched, another previously dormant instinct begins to reemerge. Finding a mate and producing offspring is a natural instinct that kicks in around the same time they find water. A male cautiously inspects a female that is sending subtle mating signals. But the female is selective in choosing her mate. The female giraffe rebuffs the interested male in what constitutes a courtship dance. But the male does not easily give up. It's part of the mating game. A new elephant herd approaches the waterhole. The elephant's ability to find water in places they have never seen before is mysterious indeed. However, it is inevitable that the two herds will clash over the waterhole. Within an elephant herd, the bond between members is very tight. But when faced with another herd, elephants will display hostile behavior. The alpha bulls from the two herds engage in battle. Neither of them can afford to lose this fight. There is not enough water to sustain all the elephants. The alpha bulls are responsible for the respective herds and must fight for the sake of their survival. The bull from the herd that arrived last is losing. In the end, he retreats in defeat. To avoid a bigger battle, the losing herd quickly leaves the waterhole. This is the law of the wild that even elephants must adhere to in the Namib Desert. While this is one of the harshest environments on Earth, it is also home to the most diverse range of species. The animals of Etosha National Park endure long and dangerous migrations to find the gift of life, water. To find that gift, these animals readily accept extreme challenges. It is this tenacious instinct that allows them to adapt and survive in such a desert. However, it is difficult to predict how much longer they can exist on Earth when the environment is being ravaged at an increasingly alarming rate.